I'm Richard Tubb, this is the Tubbservatory, and here are my 5 a week from the managed service provider space. With Entra ID, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, proving a popular choice for managed service providers, we kick this week off by highlighting a powerful platform for protecting your Entra ID clients. Redstor's Entra ID backup isn't just backup, it's resilience. By capturing and securing every critical Entra ID element, that includes user configurations, attributes, roles and relationships, Redstor's solution ensures that businesses can quickly and easily recover from any disruption. Well worth MSPs checking out. Now, GTIA have released their State of the Channel 2025 report, and it reveals some interesting statistics. 53% of MSPs say they expect significant artificial intelligence growth-related revenue in 2025, with 30% saying they're ahead of their business plans for the year. But workforce skills challenges persist, with 4 in 10 channel firms saying they are struggling to find and compete for workers with the right skills. The GTIA State of the Channel report is a free download and well worth reading. A podcast that caught my ear is Evolved Radio, hosted by MSP expert Todd Kane, with guest Gerwai Todd of TimeZest and Peer. Kane and Todd delve into the transformative role of AI technology in ticket management, highlighting its ability to automate and streamline service desk operations. Well worth a listen. Now, a book I find myself recommending a lot to other people is Team, Getting Things Done with Others, by productivity guru David Allen and Edward Lamont. Now, this is a groundbreaking book about how to harness the power of collaboration and work most effectively in groups, and I'd recommend it to all MSP businesses. And finally, European MSPs by popular demand. The Huntress EMEA Roadshow rolls into the world-famous Carlsberg Brewery in Copenhagen, Denmark on the 10th of April 2025 and Amsterdam in the Netherlands on the 20th of May 2025. This is a great opportunity to meet the cybersecurity experts from Huntress, discuss threat protection with your fellow MSPs, and have a beer too. Registration is now open. Cheers!
Big news this week as Hornet Security announced their acquisition of Altospam, a leading French email security provider. This will enable Hornet Security to further extend its position as a European cybersecurity champion. Now, with Hornet Security providing a comprehensive suite of solutions for Microsoft 365 via their one convenient platform, Altospam will be the perfect complement as they bring their expertise to email cybersecurity with solutions for securing professional emails. Over on Tubb Talk, we've recently published an interview with the author and entrepreneur Daniel Priestley. This episode is jam-packed with value, and as the podcast editor, I really enjoyed working on this one. Daniel explained his process for becoming oversubscribed as an MSP. How do you do that? By increasing demand so it exceeds supply. That way, you have people queuing up to work with you. He also talked about becoming a key person of influence in your industry. You need to reach as many people as possible and as quickly as possible, so you really need to be using social media to leverage your personal brand. Have a listen now to hear more of Daniel's brilliant advice for MSPs. Friend of Tubblog and owner of Bondgate IT, Damien Harrison, shared an interesting article from the Redstor at the end of last week. Now, this article reports on the latest developments on the UK Government Cybersecurity and Resilience, or CSR, bill, which is expected to enter Parliament later this year. The Technology Secretary shared what the bill sets out, including daily fines of £100,000 for failing to act against specific threats under consideration. This would apply, for example, if an MSP failed to patch against a widely exploited vulnerability within a time frame specified by a government order, and was then hit by attacks. So it's essential to be aware of these new requirements so that your MSP doesn't receive daily fines. The video of the week, and well worth 15 seconds of your time, is former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer repeatedly chanting "developers" at an event in 1999. But what's more interesting is the story around the video, because as Computer Weekly magazine reports, Microsoft is 50 this year. And it's quite remarkable to reflect on the changes in personal computing since 1975. And the company isn't resting on its laurels. Microsoft 11 will be launched in October, and their current CEO has big plans for it to become a leading AI business. People are also interested to see how they'll revolutionise LinkedIn, which Microsoft actually bought back in 2016. So even if your MSP doesn't use Microsoft, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on them for the next 50 years. And finally, let's talk about events. You might have seen online that Richard was at Uplift Live last week, and that's the UK's only conference that focuses solely on LinkedIn. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, but I'm an MSP, why should I bother with a marketing event? Well, I think you've just answered your own question. We've just said that Daniel Priestley recommends using social media to build your personal brand, and if you want to grow your MSP, then unfortunately you really do have to start marketing yourself. And you don't have to do much to see results. While LinkedIn has more than 1 billion, yes billion members, only 1% of users post weekly, and those users generate 9 billion impressions per week. So, do you think you could manage 4 posts a month? And if you're stuck for ideas, then maybe Uplift Live 2026 is the place for you.
SuperOps have announced that their critically acclaimed MSP Super Summit event is headed to Manchester, UK for the first time ever on the 6th of May 2025. The theme of the Super Summit is the MSP Revolution, superpowering growth with artificial intelligence. I'll be there and I won't be alone, as I'm joined by MSP experts including Mark Copeman, Scott Riley, Pascal Fintoni, Joe Burns, Neil Shaw, Jason Kemsley, Arvind Parthiban and Kimmer Lewis, with other speakers to be announced. The Super Summit has grown a strong reputation for a strict no-pitch policy, excellent content and a really strong community aspect. Registration is open to all MSPs, and the best part, the Super Summit is entirely free to attend. So what are you waiting for? Now, a blog I found really valuable to read is Eric Rieger's Cogs and Consciousness. Rieger, who is the CEO of Illinois-based MSP Web IT, explores a variety of leadership topics in his blog, and his latest article, The Cost of Not Living Your Values, is a great read. Now here's a useful tool. QuickForget.com is designed to assist in sending sensitive information through email. For example, you can send a username through email, save a password with QuickForget, and feel comfortable sharing user credentials because all the information is not stored in a single location. QuickForget doesn't set any cookies and it saves no identifiable information. Once your secret has expired, QuickForget purges it from their database and keeps no archives. And talking of cybersecurity, IT professionals in Yorkshire, England, check out YCSC, the leading cybersecurity community in Yorkshire. YCSC is a non-profit cyber cluster, an informal network of people and organisations who work in or have an interest in cybersecurity. YCSC helps cyber companies grow by communicating initiatives and trade opportunities while providing a networking platform to share ideas and best practices, encourage collaboration and identify partnership opportunities. Thanks to Mike Hudson for sharing. And finally, the Hornet Security Roadshow hits the UK in April and May 2025 with stops in Edinburgh, Birmingham, London, Dublin, Manchester and Bristol. The theme of the event is building a safe digital future, with each roadshow day being hosted in a top distillery, so you can talk cybersecurity with your peers over a drink. Registration for the roadshow is now open. Now, one of the best MSP events I attended last year was the inaugural Uptime Live in London. Well, the big news is that Uptime Live is back for 2025 on September the 25th at the Mayfair in London. Now, Uptime Live is the brainchild of Bradley Mundy and Jason Kemsley of Uptime. And Uptime Live is a business-focused MSP event with no vendor pitching and, unusually for our industry, run as a not-for-profit. That means every penny of revenue from the event goes back into making the Uptime Live event more valuable for attendees. And it certainly shows. As a result, ticket prices are being kept very low, with an early bird offer of just $29.99 for attendees who purchase a ticket before May the 5th, 2025. I'll be at Uptime Live 2025 alongside Team Tubb, and I hope to see you there too. And talking of positive channel disruptors, Jonathan Edwards, the bearded 365 guy, has just released a superb video on a tool that is taking the MSP industry by storm. Inside Agent. Now, Inside Agent is a powerful tool designed to secure multiple Microsoft 365 tenants. It's the brainchild of MSP expert Scott Riley and is perfect for managed service providers. As Jonathan explains in his excellent video, Inside Agent performs over 95 security checks across all aspects of Microsoft 365, including Entra ID, conditional access, Intune, and Defender. Check out this video for a fun and insightful look at one of the emerging security tools of 2025. Here's a book I'd recommend, PSA Profitability, the ultimate guide to profitability with your PSA tool by author Chris Tim. Tim, an expert in all things PSA, or professional services automation, shares some great advice on setting up and maintaining your PSA tool for MSP success. Check it out. As MSP owners, we talk a lot about technology and tools, don't we? But when it comes to the human aspect, having someone who can help you and your team with mental health and resilience is priceless. So somebody Team Tubb highly recommend is Polly Brennan, aka Adventurous Polly. Polly helps bring you and your team back to a healthier mindset, boosting resilience and well-being no matter what comes your way. And we can personally vouch for the great work that Polly does. I'd also highly recommend Polly's weekly email newsletter. It's full of great mental resilience resources. And finally, a podcast that I'm a regular listener to, as well as an occasional guest in the past, is the IT Experts podcast with Ian Luckett. In the podcast, Luckett, who is one of the UK's top MSP coaches, provides strategies and tactics to build a profitable tech business. Go and have a listen. I'm Richard Tubb, and that has been your 5 a week from the MSP industry. If you've enjoyed this video, then you probably enjoy my weekly letter to the MSP industry. MSP Insights is sent out every Tuesday morning, and you can subscribe now at tubb.co/NL. But I'll see you back here next Friday for another Tubbservatory.